we need to make everybody come in on this one. Crypto Monday San Juan, are we here? That's a little better, right? Just a little bit better. Guys, we're in for a treat tonight. We got the Puerto Rican Boys and Girls Club here tonight. We have the mastermind, Andrew Keys, up here. We're going to see what we're doing. He gets an applause, and the Boys and Girls Club did it. Come on, man. You're all fired. But he's going to help you with your MetaMask wallet later, so don't worry about it. All right. Guys, we're here. We have Olga from the Girls and Boys and Club, and introduce yourself a little bit about what you do here.
Hi, everyone. I'm Olga Ramos. I'm president for the Boys and Girls Club here in Puerto Rico. We've been here for 55 years. I have not been around for 55 years.
You don't look a day over 20.
So, and we are here to chat a little bit with you tonight about our Hot Meals program. I've been speaking to Andrew for the past few weeks around it, and I got the invitation. So I'm really happy to be here. Some of you in the audience I've met before, and some of you we're doing alliances with. So I'm really excited to be here tonight.
Awesome. And guys, they do some awesome work, man. You know, Crypto Mondays is all about how are you impacting Puerto Rico? What are you doing to impact Puerto Rico? Are you really doing what you're supposed to be doing on the island and getting out there and helping people? And these people are really, you know, they're doing it at this point. You know what I mean? You guys have how many clubs on the island?
We have 11 centers, and we just added 9 Head Start centers in the San Juan area. So in the clubs where we do after-school services, we go from Mayagüez to Vieques. We're not present in the south, but all the way from the west to the east, we're there. So we cater to close to 13,000 kids per year. And that
Here in Puerto Rico?
In Puerto Rico, yes. And that adds up about 4,000 adults. We just added a workforce development program that caters to 1,000 adults in the next 3 years. So we have offerings in hard skills and soft skills for construction, customer service, and some of computer.
Awesome. And as of last year, I believe you put in blockchain technology into that also, right? Teaching the older kids.
We did some efforts. We did some efforts to teach our kids. To give you a little bit of a profile of our kids, in Puerto Rico, close to 60% of kids live under poverty. In our case, that number rises up to 90% in the communities that we serve. So those kids are kids that do not have access to the opportunities that for us are normal, be it education, family reference, financials. So most of them are in underbanked communities. So we try to offer them real options for the future, and also for them to see what's out from their communities. So looking at this new technology that is not only financial, but many things in the world, we're trying to expose them to all of the options they may have.
Awesome. And we're here tonight to speak about one specific program that you have, which is your meal plan, right? Your meal service. Mm-hmm. Tell us a little bit about that.
So we have a hot meal program. So far from 2018 to now, we've offered over 500,000 plates of food. We offer services normally from 3 to 8 from Monday to Friday. So our kids have a hot meal before they go home. In most of the cases, that's the only meal they have before they go to bed because of what I mentioned about the community. So that was a need that we have, and it was one of the silver linings from Hurricane Maria. After Hurricane Maria, we were able to secure the first donation from UNICEF in American territory, which was here in Puerto Rico, and we were able to build our kitchens. So because we were able to build our kitchens, we established our hot meal program. So every kid receives a balanced meal every day. We have a full staff from chef and assistant chefs where we secured that not only they get the meal, but they understand the intricacies behind it. So why do you need to eat healthy food, healthy habits? They get involved as part of the experience. So right now, when we were hit by Hurricane Fiona, we were able to rapidly move into the community to serve food because now we have the resilience because of the kitchen. So, we have been building that resilience little by little. Head Start offers lunch, breakfast, lunch, and snack before they go home. And we also cater to the families. In emergency, we move to provide foods to families. When it's regular service, then we provide a hot meal for the kids. Again, for Hurricane Fiona, recently we're able to offer in about 3 weeks close to 20,000 plates of food in the communities that we are.
In the community, and that was to everyone?
Yeah, to everyone.
To everyone,
Yeah.
Okay. Awesome. Thank you. Come on, guys. Did you not just hear what she said?
That's a lot of food. That's a lot of food.
They were deaf on that one a little bit, right? Guys, there's still right now, there's still parts of Puerto Rico that have no light and no water. Literally, there's 40,000 families right over here who have no power whatsoever. As of Saturday, I was still visiting the elderly up in the mountains and the forgotten about kind of people that, and they're the happiest people. They even gave me, un plato de arroz con dulce, una abuelita. If y'all don't know what that is, y'all better find out. Came out and gave us it, like it was delicious. But it's still a problem. Are you guys still working on those towns, on those areas, those sectors? Are you still feeding people?
From our clubs, the most affected was the area of Mayagüez in the west, Bayamón in the metro area because of the mountainside. Those were the two areas most affected, and Aguas Buenas in the inner part of the island. So those were the three clubs that were most affected. But again, when we see the need, we jump in and cater to that. We have no other option. I think it's our job.
Your need right now to help feed those people, what is it mostly?
Mostly right now is the kids. Again, when we see if there's a kid that needs food to take home, they take food home. Because we know our families, we have all the information on our kids and the needs that they have. So it's part of what our social workers do. We, beyond what we can see from the hurricane, we also understand what their needs are so we can meet them. We secure funds privately. We're trying to secure funds from government. For you to have an idea, we have been trying to secure funds from government for 4 years now. And our kids cannot wait, so we have continued to build a program from scratch. I had the chance the other day to share some numbers with Andrew. He called me. It was like, tell me your numbers. Tell me what you do.
I guess that's how Andrew got into the panel tonight.
So when due diligencing where to deploy capital on this island, I think it's important to dig into the numbers and dig into the reality of the situation. Lots of nonprofits have a lot of fluff, and I didn't want to deploy capital into something that had fluff. Every single penny goes to the meals. So they're raising $1 million. That equals 140,000 meals. It's a $7 meal. It's primarily protein, then vegetables, then carbohydrates in that size, non-processed. And they also educate the kids and their parents about healthy eating. And when we're kind of in this fog of war of what just happened here, I think it's important when we can kind of find a quick vessel to deploy capital to get into the bodies of the afflicted. This was probably the most efficient way I saw we could deploy capital to affect positively as many Puerto Ricans as possible. And all of it, the paperwork, 501c3, all the legalities is done. You know that every penny goes to this $7 meal. Literally, you could donate $7. You know that is a warm, non-processed meal to somebody who's living in poverty this week. And I think this is extremely important. And it's not just kids. This is anybody who's been affected by the hurricane can go there now and be fed. So this is a very fancy hotel, 5-star Fairmont, $25 cocktails. It's 4 meals. So everyone who bought a cocktail, you owe at least 4 meals to this.
Awesome. That sounds like a challenge, guys.
So he said we launched a campaign for $1 million. So you know what $1 million can buy? $1 million is to secure 2 years of the full program. The cost of the program, including everything, is $500,000 per year. And that gives us the flexibility to just jump in whenever we need and secure a daily meal for the kids. So that's how the numbers add together.
And there's no funds from the government for this.
Not at this point. And
They're in the process of going through grant writing
For
and
4
all the
years.
bullshit that is accompanied with trying to suck blood from a stone. And they have a team of grant writers that work tirelessly on this. But it's a nonprofit with finite resources. They don't have legalese to paralegals to write the 100-page reports on this stuff. So while that is happening, trust me, the U.S. government works very slowly.
yeah, we have been pre-approved for maybe 6 to 8 months, but every week there's a new paper that needs to come in. And then they give you money for food. They don't give you money for the staff that cooks or how to maintain the kitchen. So, you can get the money from government, from a grant, but then you yet needs to pay for the rest of the program. And doesn't give flexibility. I have to put the list of the kids that are going to be fed, and then I have to prove that that exact kid was fed. And in our case, I provide food to everybody that comes through my doors, even if you're not in the list. So those are the fun things about government funds.
Awesome. And speaking of funds and stuff like that, I believe you have something that Mr. Keys gave to you guys, right?
Yeah, after we went through the discussion and explaining and understanding also the need that he had to make sure that the money was spent where he was intended to put it, which obviously our books are open and we provide that visibility to our donors. He made a first donation of $100,000. Yeah. Money's already in the bank. It's been spent. So
It's 1/10 of the way there.
yeah, so
9/10 of the way to go.
So that's 1/10 of the $1 million. Like I say, it's already in the bank. I got it next day after the conversation. So we're trying to, share this news with you. I think that you are a group of people that can do, and some of you are doing big impact on the Puerto Rico. And if you're finding something that can be really tangible for what you do, this is an option that you can consider providing funds to our organization for a very specific area, which is providing hot meals to our kids.
So how many meals do you think you'll serve tomorrow?
Tomorrow we'll serve 1,300 food, which is the average daily attendance of our kids.
So round numbers, it's 10 grand. And 1,300 people get fed for 10 grand. And they have the demand to do that every day, forever.
Yeah, unfortunately, from the 338,000 kids that live in poverty, we don't have a final solution that tomorrow poverty will be solved. Historically, we've been 60% poverty for kids. So as an organization, we are building a movement to make sure that we eradicate poverty in Puerto Rico to half, reduce to half in the next 10 years. There's a plan for that. But while that happens and we put all of the players on the table to do that, we need to make sure that we cater to the immediate needs.
I think it's great that you're teaching them a healthy choice also, because I'm Puerto Rican and we got some horrible eating habits. I mean, well, so I mean, but seriously speaking, like half the island probably has diabetes. I think 9 out of the 10 people that I speak to when I go on these missions have diabetes, and they're eating whatever they can just to eat. You know what I mean? They're not making that healthy choice, or they don't have that healthy choice like you guys are providing for them.
And if you hear that in Puerto Rico, 9 out of 10 schools are failing. So that means that we're going to have a very safe and socioeconomically healthy Puerto Rico in the future. That future is built now. And one of the main reasons for kids to not be able to learn appropriately is food. It's hunger.
Okay. Oh, man. So thank you for doing what
Thank
you're
you,
doing,
and
man.
thank you.
So how do we help you?
No, we were going to get into that one. No, we're not letting them off that easy, Andy. No. You're not the only one going in your pocket tonight. Everybody else has got to get in your pocket. So listen, guys, what we're here to do is we're here to help them generally get to this $1 million goal. So anything you can do to help with that cause, speak to this young lady right here. So raise your hand because she's that's Omaida, excuse me, and Olga afterwards. And please, let's feed Puerto Rico. I mean, if they got a program that's working and it's effective right now, let's help them let's give them the tools they need to help feed. It's very important right now. So anybody here, please do not be shy. Jump up and match Andrew Keys with the 100 grand. You know, we got a lot of. I know there's a lot of people out here just eager to jump up. You know what I mean? Seriously, any little bit that can be donated helps. Don't think that any donation is too small. Just because you hear someone donated $100,000, any bit helps. So if you can and you're blessed like that, please see one of these young ladies afterwards, and let's help them achieve their goal.
And like Andrew said, you can restrict the money to the program.
So you
If you
can
wanna
say
yeah.
that the money is going right to the food process of what you guys do. Awesome. And the whole $100,000 is obviously going to the food.
Yeah, in the case of Andrew, it's already set in a grant account separately under his name. So whatever is dispersed from that money goes, you can trace directly to the food program.
Awesome. Well, thank you, Andrew. I really appreciate what you've done. Thank you guys for continuing to do what you do. Anybody got any questions in the crowd? Oh, damn. Make sure it's on, Rob. You could be the mic guy too, since you had it in your hand. If you can get it on. Yes.
Yeah, not as much a question with a follow-up.
Awesome.
No, I'm kidding. If we want to do this, we talk to them, but what do? We just take our credit card, use a phone? How can we do it like today? You can register with your phone?
Yes.
So everyone in this room could do that today,
That's right.
right?
Yeah, just
Hey-
as if anyone who went to the bar and bought a
Yeah.
$14 drink could buy 2 meals.
Can I just be a jerk for 1 second? Everybody in this room, a lot of you know me, round table, the whole thing. Every single person in this room can make a $10 donation. There's not a single person here who can't, right? Some people could maybe make a $5,000, but I can make 100 right this second. But everybody can do $10, right? Can every hand go up? Commitment that you will do something.
And your
Every hand that will
donation
do
is
something.
under
Every hand up that will do
22,660.
something. $5. I don't care. Come on, every hand in this room up. Seriously, there's nobody in this room that can't commit $5, $7, right? $10. You guys promise you will just do something, right? They're here.
See the lady out the
Don't
door.
walk out. Seriously, just do it. It's karma, okay? Every hand that went up. I'll follow people around. I'm serious.
Thank you. Follow him around with the mic.
I
now.
will.
Okay, over there. Thank you, Rob.
Okay, that's awesome. We all can donate, and money's obviously always important. In addition to money, I'm more of a hands-on person. So when you're talking about delivering meals, I'm sure there's an enormous labor effort involved. So that's something personally I would like to get involved with. So if you can speak to that, but obviously the financial donation for sure. But my passion is to help, and I'm sure you need physical help too.
Always help is always welcome. We can definitely talk to you about the volunteerism program that we have. We accept volunteers. If you're good in math and science, in Spanish, in English, we accept that too. Because of the same reasons, grant are 70% of our funding is grants because there's money to run the organization from a government perspective, so we make good use of it, but it does not necessarily cover all of the needs that we have. So volunteers are always welcome. Again, that give us the flexibility to cater to all of the needs that we find out there.
And in addition to volunteering, what about like mentoring, leadership?
Yes.
Sometimes these kids just need a good role model, somebody to,
All of that is welcome. And if you're not too good in Spanish, it's not a problem. Our kids find a way to make you feel welcome and understand. It's really fun. We've had other people from these groups participate with us. For example, we just finished our career week last Saturday, where we have a summit of all of the graduates, high school graduates that we attend in our clubs, and they had access to innovative careers. Because now you don't have to be a lawyer or an accountant. You can be other things. You can put your talents to work in a different way. And we wanted to see those options. Because in my case, I had to go to college. I had no other option, It's a different generation. So, but yeah, all that is welcome and is needed.
I think it's great work you guys are doing. I know everybody in this room is wanting to make an impact, and we all want to. So this is a great way to do it. So thank you.
And in your case, and for the gentleman out here, the profile of our kids is a single mother with 2 to 3 kids living in a household. 30% of our kids are raised by grandmothers and grandparents. So one of the biggest needs of our kids is to have a male reference and to see that somebody that may be part of a community similar to them made it in life. That's very hard to find, unfortunately, in those communities.
And I could vouch for that. You know, me and my brother grew up. My grandmother raising us going to the Boys and Girls Club as kids. You know what I mean? And I've spoken at your Isabela facility. Like, it's true what she says. If even my Spanish is learned in the streets of New York, so it's not perfect. That far from it. But these guys really they accepted me and they heard me. It was great to work with them that day. So if you have the time and want to volunteer, please see one of these young ladies also. It's a great way. Ron.
Hey, so I know Rob mentioned this about the $5,000. I don't know if you know this, but part of the Act 60 program is the people give $5,000 to like one list of nonprofits, and then 5,000 to another. It's not really a list of nonprofits, just like other nonprofits. So I'm wondering, the list has a bunch of ones in it. I don't remember the exact number, but it's like, are you on that list with the ones on it for like the
1101,
approved?
102, yeah. And with your donation, you get that letter saying that and all the legal things underneath. Yes.
Okay, so
we are approved.
So are you on the smaller list then, right? Or are you on the bigger list?
We're on the bigger list.
You're on the bigger list. Okay. All right, gotcha.
Fully
The
approved.
whole Act 60 donation can qualify for this.
Right. Okay. But not like the smaller list though, but for the bigger list, this qualifies for the Act 60 donation, but then for that other part of the Act 60, we have to find another
You don't necessarily
more
need,
qualified.
No, that's created in law for you to have a choice.
Right.
You can decide to put all the money in any of the organizations that, like us, are in the bigger list. That's your choice. It's just to, there was a request from this community to have other options that were not kind of forced because of
Right.
being in the list of no, but that's
Yep.
your option.
Okay, cool. But you're on one of the lists in other words.
We are approved and you get the
100%
documentation.
goes to,
Gotcha.
It can qualify for the $5,000.
Okay. Cool. Thank you.
Thank
That
you.
helps. If you guys, there's tax attorney Michael's in here. If you guys have any more questions after this, attack him. he likes to answer questions. So, thank you guys for what you do. You know what I mean? Andrew, thank you for what you've done. We couldn't do this by ourselves. We got another question? Go.
We're there. And yeah, for the anti-poverty organizations, we're part of that list. Yes. Yes. We're in both lists then, to your question.
Okay.
Awesome, guys.
So you're on the short list and the long
need
list.
the money.
I
That's
see.
it.
Okay.
Yeah. Just give the money, forget the list. How about that? Matter of fact, don't give 5,000, give fucking 55,000. All right, just because you like so many lists. How about that? What the fuck, lists? Excuse me. I'm sorry.
That's a valid question. We're in both lists. I
Sorry.
missed the part of the education and anti.
Gotcha. Yeah, that's important. Thank you.
Yeah. So nada, I've been with the organization for 13 years. 8 of those I was part of the board of directors, and then I joined as staff. So I always say that after I've been around for close to 30 years working. So I think that
Boys and Girls Club?
No, in life. But I always say that I left the business world to come to the dream world. So I'm here to make dreams come true for the kids. I've been lucky enough and blessed enough to be able to put my talents to the work to have a better Puerto Rico. I'm born and raised here. We deserve a better place. They deserve a better place. My daughter back there deserves a better place. So if you're wondering what to do, many of you are already in the dream place in your lives. You already did your businesses. I did. I had a great career in business. But at times you need to choose to move to make other things come true for others. We've been blessed. We're doing great. Do good. do great. So that's my invitation to you. Be with us, be with other organizations. Of course, I'd rather have you donate to us. But I think there's a lot we can do together when we're in a different stage in life where we can make dreams come true for others, okay?
And
Thank you for having me. It's been great.
There's so much that we can do together in Puerto Rico.
Yes,
I mean,
yes.
just, there's not enough help for Puerto Rico, literally. Thank you, guys.
I got a
Here,
question
Mike.
over here.
Why is there a mic out there? still?
Yo, I got a question over
All
here.
right. Last
it
question.
cool? Last
Yeah,
one, okay.
last question.
Well, first off, thank you guys for what you guys do here on the island, helping feed directly to the impoverished community here. A lot of the people in the mountains, and the hardest to reach. So first off, just want to thank you guys for that. Also, I know aside from the hot meal program that you guys have, you guys do other educational programs, teaching people with the kids. You also mentioned the parents with the skills. The construction seemed interesting, but I was hoping if you could touch up a little bit more and share some of the different education programs that you guys do with the student or with the kids and parents.
Sure. Like I said, we have Head Start, 9 centers of Head Start that goes from 0 to almost 5 for years and 10 months. And there we work with the kids and the families to make sure that they have an easy transition to school. So we enter into a competition for the municipality of San Juan. They had some administration issues, so competition opened, and we had decided in our strategy that we needed to do something with early childhood. So when the opportunity came, we were ready because we had thought of it before. In our clubs, and 11 other, and Head Start is 406 kids. For the other clubs, the 11 clubs, we offer after school services from kids 6 to 18. We offer we have an education program that works around Spanish, English, math, and science. We also offer leadership. One of our flagship programs is the Youth of the Year, where the kid starts taking leadership courses and how to thrive in life, and up to when they graduate from our club. So at the end, they had the chance to compete after they have been kind of trained throughout their life. And that's a flagship event. We also have Keystone Club, Torch Clubs. These are kids that are being taught how to take leadership in their communities to solve their issues. So that's 2 of another programs. And we have STEM. We recently have two partnerships, one with the State University of New York for a 5-year program on social-emotional health. So all of our staff for the next 5 years are going to be, already we did 1 round, but the staff in year 1 is going to be training psychological first aid. Years 2 to 5, it goes out to the communities and to the kids. So that 5-year grant will help us. We get no money from that grant, we're just the lab rat for them and the partners. But after that, we'll be able to have a fully built program on social-emotional health, which has proven to be one of the biggest needs right now and one with the least resources available for these communities. So that's one, and we also have a partnership with the Mayo Clinic and the medical science schools in Puerto Rico to work on a social-emotional program tied to, in this case, tied to STEM. So we're working with animals to help the kids understand the emotions and how to deal with the different emotions. That's another 5-year grant. So now we're joining both programs so we can really end this 5 years project with a solid social-emotional health program for the kids and families. So that's one part that is new to our offering. We also have an economic pillar, which works on the kids to prepare them to the insertion in the workforce place. That goes from resume to soft skills preparation, how you prepare to an interview, how to dress, what to say, how to prepare for the new jobs that are coming up, which is not exactly what we studied back in college. And we have a social pillar. From the social pillar is where the leadership programs are run. We have social workers that work with the cases. The kids have situations, so our social workers are there for them. And then most recently, we added, that goes from 6 to 18, like I said. Most recently, we added a workforce development program through federal funds. We went after directly funded federal programs because going through the government with all of the corruption cases, it slows things even more. So we went and compete directly, and we have a program that centers on workforce development for adults, 19 to 35. And that works on customer service, hospitality industry, the computer programming industry, and also, I'm missing one. It's Java. Construction is the youth bill. So construction, again, from 19 to 35. With the construction program, the young adults end up with a pre-apprenticeship that gives them the opportunity to continue on to an apprenticeship program on construction. As you may know, Puerto Rico's booming industry in the next few years will be construction because all of the damages after Hurricane Maria, electric grid, and all of those things. So we decided to get into that. We were the only ones awarded in Puerto Rico from a directly funded program from the federal government. That's a youth bill program. It's very hard to get in. Once you get into that, if you do it right, which has been our experience, you can just pretty much renew and continue building the construction workforce of the future. So in the past 2 years, we have gone from 0 to 35 in the array of services that we offer. So with that, we believe that we need to lift the families out of poverty, but it would take me a full generation to bring the kid up to insertion in the workplace. But if I can take the family and provide a training, both workforce programs include placement and follow through with the employer to make sure that the conditions for that employee are met. Most of us have a car. We don't have to worry about how to get to a job or to how to pay for gas. That's not the case with this community. So we need to make sure that those conditions are fully met in the works that we place them at.
Awesome.
That answer your question, young man?
Yeah, no, that definitely answered my question. Wow, that was a lot. You clearly have a lot of different programs, and I guess all these programs are open for donation and all qualify under the Act 60. So everyone, there's a lot of different initiatives that the Boys and Girls Club are doing. So you clearly have a lot of options that you can choose with donating to the Boys and Girls Club. So,
And if you don't believe, let us know. We'll take you to a club. You have open invitation. Let's go have some fun there. It's not the same if I tell you than if you go see.
Awesome.
Thank you. It's been great to have you.
Thank you, guys. Guys, before we go, we got to thank the hotel for having us, right? We got to spend a lot of money at the bar because that's what they tell us. And also, Limitless, guys. Blockchain Week is in a couple of weeks, 5-6 weeks, something like that. You get your Limitless tickets with the young lady at the registration. I believe she's got a great discount code for you. If you want to get in, let me know. And I think that's it, right? I thanked everybody. Thank you, everybody. Awesome.